An acclaimed singer-songwriter known for heartfelt lyrics, a soulful voice, and music that connects across cultures and generations. Let's welcome William Prince on this week's Spotlight Music Series. Glad to have you with us.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great, thank you. Your songs feel deeply rooted in the lived experience. What comes first for you? Is it the melody? Is it the story? Is it the emotion?
It's a balance between the two. It's are you feeling more about the word, where sometimes I'll collect images in my mind and write them out first, just as a story in prose
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
And then, you find the time to put a melody. You can't do a lot of storytelling without words. So I like to start with some words, and like any guitar player, like any musician, you can just be sitting around uh, playing your instrument, and then something happens by accident.
Well, faith, family, heritage play significant roles in your music as well. Maybe you could share with our audience a little bit about that who may not be familiar with your music.
Yeah, I consider myself a student of the cosmos. My spirituality lays in the human condition. I practice the seven sacred grandfather teachings is something where I come from. We talk about love and truth and honesty, courage and wisdom, all these different things. I try to use them as some kind of focal point in my life, or I guess a manual for being a good person.
Yeah.
And you know, the best experiences are those human experiences. So writing about my family, or what it takes to kind of be at the center of their world, as well as a touring musician, who's
Yeah.
always out there. You're always collecting the film, so to say.
Absolutely. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about where you're from. You're Canadian,
Yeah.
but maybe you could
Yes.
share a little bit more about where you do come from and that spirituality and how important and significant it is in your upbringing and in your life today.
My last name stems from my many times great grandfather. Chief Peguis was a very important chief of what is now the Peguis First Nation on Treaty One territory in Manitoba, Canada. My grandfathers were all hereditary chiefs, and the Prince last name actually comes from a encounter with Queen Victoria, in which Chief Peguis, when taking on an English name, William King, asked her, "What do you call your sons?" And she said, "Well, all my sons are princes." And so
Oh,
that's where the name comes from. And
that's
it's
beautiful.
yeah, it's a beautiful place, about an hour and a half north of Winnipeg, Manitoba, the capital. And I still got family there, and rich ties to the culture there, and everybody that I love still so very much.
Yeah, so how much does that culture influence you, both in your music and just in your day-to-day life?
Well, I wasn't raised with the culture. I learned that later on in my adult life, and I think it's mostly just a means of me feeling rooted, connected to the world, feeling my place. It's tougher as an indigenous person, in a mostly white dominated field, where a lot of country artists, don't look like me,
Yeah.
don't come from a reserve like me. But my record, Further from the Country, that I just put out, is talking about bringing that small town lived experience to the world,
Hmm.
the origin place, where I come from, to show people that, hey, we grow up in the same small town here. And that's what I'm trying to show, is that, it doesn't matter exactly where we come from or what our heritage or background is. I'm a singer-songwriter first and foremost,
Hmm.
who's
Hmm.
just sharing this human's experience, and hopefully with more and more people in America, because that's the goal,
Absolutely.
is to
Further from
make
the
my.
country, can people download this music?
Yes, it's everywhere. It's
Okay,
everywhere
good.
you get music. Yeah.
And it features a hometown ensemble as well.
Yes, I'm really proud of. Is my touring band is the band that recorded this record with me, and we made it in Winnipeg, Manitoba, at No Fun Club studio, and my good friend Liam Duncan produced it. He goes by the moniker Boy Golden. That's his group, and we're going on a huge national cross Canada tour in March. But first and foremost, I'm on the road with Vincent Neil Emerson, and getting
That's
to
right.
show off some of those songs is a real joy.
That's right. And you're going to be stopping right here in Charleston. I want to make sure everybody knows you'll be at the Charleston Poorhouse Tuesday, February 17th at 7:30. Again, you are going to be opening up for Vincent Neil Emerson, but we so appreciate you coming on and sharing more about your background and your music. And then after the break, we're going to be playing Unrolls the Wheel. So can't wait to hear this
Wow.
song. William, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. This has been great.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you having me. See you out there.
We'll be back after this.